śuddhāḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ yānty añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ śāntāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ śāntāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ yānty añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ
śāntāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ yānty añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ
śāntāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ yānty añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ
śāntāḥ sama-dṛśaḥ sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ yānty añjasācyuta-padam acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ
Mataji. Śāntāḥ, peaceful, sama-dṛśaḥ, equipoised, śuddhāḥ, cleansed, purified, sarva, all, bhūta, living entities, añurañjanāḥ, pleasing, yānti, go, añjasā, easily, acyuta, of the Lord, padam, to the abode, acyuta-priya, with devotees of the Lord, bāndhavāḥ, friendship. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Persons who are peaceful, equipoised, cleansed, and purified, and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities, keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to Godhead. Please repeat after me. Persons who are peaceful, equipoised, cleansed, and purified, and he know the art of pleasing all other living entities, keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to The description of this verse fully indicates that only devotees are eligible to enter into the kingdom of Godhead. The first point stated is that devotees are peaceful, for they have no demands of their personal sense gratification. They are simply dedicated to the service of the Lord. Karmis cannot be peaceful because they have immense demands for sense gratification. As for Jnanis, they cannot be peaceful because they are too busy trying to attain liberation or merge into the existence of the Supreme. Similarly, yogis are also restless to get mystic power. But a devotee is peaceful because he is fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thinks of himself as completely helpless, just as a child feels completely peace in depending on the parent. So a devotee is completely peaceful, for he depends on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee is equipoised. He sees everyone on the same transcendental platform. A devotee knows that although a conditioned soul has a particular type of body according to his past fruitive activities, factually everyone is a part of the Supreme Lord. A devotee sees all living entities with spiritual vision and does not discriminate on the platform of the bodily concept of life. Such qualities develop only in the association of devotees. Without the association of devotees, one cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we have established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Factually, whoever lives in this society automatically develops Krishna consciousness. Devotees are dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is only dear to devotees. On this platform only can one make progress in Krishna consciousness. Persons in Krishna consciousness or devotees of the Lord can please everyone, as is evident in the Krishna consciousness movement. We invite everyone without discrimination. We request everyone to sit down and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and take as much prasadam as we can supply. And thus, everyone is pleased with us. This is the qualification of sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ. As for purification, no one can be more pure than devotee. Anyone who once utters the name of name of Vishnu, immediately becomes purified, inside and outside. Just Maret Pundarikaksham. Since a devotee constantly chants the Hare Krishna mantra, no contamination of the material world can touch him. He is therefore actually purified. Muchihai Shuchihai Jyoti Krishna Bhaje. It is said that even a cobbler or person born in the family of a cobbler can be elevated to the position of a Brahmana, Shuchi, if he takes to Krishna consciousness. Any person who is purely Krishna conscious and who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the purest in the whole universe. I'll repeat the last line, it's very important. Any person who is purely Krishna conscious and who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is the purest in the three worlds. So, very nice. So Dhruva Maharaj is going back to Godhead. For last few days, maybe for last few weeks, describing this chapter, we are coming across this beautiful description of Dhruva Maharaj going back to Godhead. And in this verse, it is describing the qualities to become eligible enter into the spiritual world. Not that anybody can enter into the spiritual world. One has to be qualified. And not only somebody may be able to enter, but in order to stay there, one has to be qualified. Like somebody may go there, but you won't be able to stay there. A very classic example is Durvasa Muni, a very powerful sage with inconceivable mystic power. The Durvasa Muni managed to go to Vaikuntha, but could he stay there? Although he went to Vaikuntha, made the Lord. But he went there in a very, very precarious condition. How did he go there? With his Lord Sudarshan Chakra following him. He is such a mystic, such a powerful mystic yogi that he could avoid the Sudarshan Chakra. Although it is moving at a tremendous speed, he avoided Sudarshan Chakra and went to different places to be rid of that attack of Sudarshan Chakra. So finally he goes to Vaikuntha and goes to the Lord and tells him, "My Lord, please save me." What did Krishna tell? What did Narayan tell him? "I'm sorry. I can't save you. You have to go to the person whom you have committed the offense to. It is, my devotees are protected by Sudarshan Chakra. My devotees, and you offended a devotee, therefore the Sudarshan Chakra is after you." The only way the Sudarshan will desist if you appeal, if you beg forgiveness to the devotee, from the devotee to whom you have offended. So this is a very wonderful example of how one could go to Vaikuntha but cannot stay there. In most cases, they can't even enter in Vaikuntha. Unless and until one has the concept of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a person, and unless and until one develops a loving relationship with Him, one cannot enter into Vaikuntha and stay. On the other hand, who becomes qualified to enter into Vaikuntha? The point that has been described here. Devotees of the Lord. The only qualification to enter into the spiritual sky is devotional service. And the four qualifications have been mentioned. First qualification, śāntāḥ. Śānta means peaceful. Sama-dṛśaḥ, equipoised, equally disposed to everybody. Śuddhāḥ, pure. If one has contamination, then one won't be able to enter into the spiritual sky. Sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ. Sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ means who is pleasing to all living entities. Pleasing, who knows the art of pleasing all the living entities. And then acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ. The other qualification is that he is friendly to the devotees of the Lord. Keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. So how many qualifications we get? God? 5 qualifications here. śāntāḥ, sama-dṛśaḥ, śuddhāḥ, sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ, and acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ. So these are the 5 qualifications. Now let us consider who is śāntāḥ. Who is śāntāḥ? What is the qualification of Krishna? Very good. Krishna Bhakta, Nishkam. A devotee of Krishna is Nishkam. Nishkam means free from all material desire. A devotee doesn't have any material desire, therefore he is peaceful. On the other hand, Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhikami, Shafali, Bhukti, the ones, those who are trying to enjoy this material nature, karmis. Karmis, the fruitive workers, they want to enjoy here. Somebody who is after material enjoyment, can he be shanta? Can he be peaceful? The more he tries to enjoy this material nature, more agitated he becomes. So, bhuktikami, karmis, muktikami, jnanis, and siddhikami, yogis. The karmis want to enjoy this material nature. Jnanis want to become free from the bondage of material nature. They aspire for liberation. And yogis want to achieve the mystic perfection. Yoga siddhi. So that means all three of them, although all three of them are agitated because their heart is afflicted with some desire. But a devotee, Nishkam, doesn't have any desire. For his sake, it's not that he doesn't have desire. He has a lot of desire actually. Akamo sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ, moksha-kamo udaradhi, tibrena bhakti yogena jajeta puruṣam. Sarva-kamo, he may be full of desire. What kind of desire? How to serve the Lord. That is the difference between a jnani and a devotee. A jnani wants to become free from desire. Yogis want to become free from desire. But can they do that? In most cases they can't. Because consciousness means desire. How can a conscious being not have desire? The more conscious one is, the more desire he has. If one is inert, if one is unconscious, then he doesn't have any desire. True. When one is under the influence of anesthetics, when his consciousness is numb, he doesn't have desire. Or when one is in deep sleep, he doesn't have any desire. But when he is awake, because the natural tendency of consciousness is to desire. So it's not that the devotees are free from desire, but the devotees are free from desire for sense gratification. But devotees are there, devotees are full of desire to serve Krishna. Like here we have seen, we decided to build a temple. Was it a desire? We had to desire. And along with him so many other desires. Oh, where is the money? To build the temple we need money. And where is the proper people? How to meet the time limit, time frame? How to see that the work is properly done. But did we do it for our sake? The purpose of building the temple was for Krishna. So now we have another plan. How to make the villages Krishna conscious. So we have to make the villages Krishna conscious. We are preaching in the cities, but the villages are left out. So now let's go to the villages and preach. Then also we'll have so many problems, along with so many desires. The desires will be there, problems will be there, things won't happen according to our own plan. Often we'll get upset will throw tantrum. But for whom? For Krishna. Therefore, detached. Although devotees have desire, but their desire is free from personal interest. It's only for Krishna's pleasure. Like a servant. What does a servant want? Servant is always trying to please the master. He is not desiring anything for himself. Servant is cooking, a big chef, expert chef cooking in the kitchen. But is he cooking for his sake? No, he is cooking for his master's. And when the master is pleased, he is pleased. Just by serving the master, he is pleased. So therefore, only devotees are peaceful. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Matayam Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami. Those who are aspiring for material enjoyment, those who are aspiring for liberation, and those who are aspiring for Yoga Siddhi, they are all perturbed, they are all disturbed, they are not peaceful. Then sama-dṛśaḥ is equipoised. Why a devotee is equipoised? Why? Because sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ Bhagavatam. Because he sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the heart of everyone. Sthavar jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti sarvatra sphuraye tar ishtadev sphurati. He sees sthavar, non-moving, jangam, moving. Some living entities are non-moving, like trees and plants. Some living entities are moving, animals, birds, reptiles, humankind. But he is not really concerned about the external form. Everywhere, in everybody, he sees his worshipable Lord in his heart. And sees him as a part and parcel of that Supreme Personality. Another verse justifying that point in Bhagavad Gita, who remembers that? Yes, very good. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gopi hastini shuni chaiva sapakecha pandita sama-dṛśaḥ. Sama-dṛśaḥ, again, same word. Sama-dṛśaḥ, sama-dṛśaḥ. He sees a perfectly qualified brahmana, gopi, gopi means the cow, hastini means an elephant, and shuni chaiva, a dog, and a dog eater. The Brahmin is the highest and the dog eater is the lowest. And the animals coming, cows, elephant, and the dog. And all the animals also, there are different classes of animals. Some animals are in the mode of goodness, like a cow, and some animals are in the mode of evil. So, but he is equally disposed to everyone. Pandita sama-dṛśaḥ. Why? Because he is not seeing the external form of the person, because he knows that that external form, the body, is simply a product of his past karma. Due to bad karma, one gets bad body. And due to good karmas, one gets good body. So that's about all. Past karma. But who is the person? The person is the spirit soul. And that spirit soul is the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. Sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ and śuddhāḥ is pure. Why he is pure? Prabhupada is giving an example. What is the criteria for purity? Om apavitra pavitrova sarva-bhūtān gatopi va jasmarit pundarikakshan savācya abhantaraha shuchi. Shuchi, purified. What is the criteria for his purification? What is the means? Why he is purified? He is purified because he is always remembering, he is always thinking of the Supreme Personality. And as a result of that, just by thinking about the Lord, remembering the Lord, he is pure both externally and internally. So, Bahya Abhantaraha Suchi. Now the next qualification is sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ. He knows the art of pleasing every living entity. What is the art of pleasing every living entity? Huh? Very good. But what is the general consideration? Watering the root of the tree. If you water the root of the tree, then will the entire tree be satisfied? No? You put water on the tree, will the leaves get that water? No? Will the leaves get benefited? Will the twigs get benefited? Will the branches get benefited? Will the trunk get benefited? Will the root get benefited? No? So, who is the root of everything? Krishna. So serve Krishna, everybody will be served. And everybody will be. Not that everybody, those who are offensive to Krishna, only they won't be. But those who are favorably disposed to Krishna, those who are innocent, those who are devoted and those who are innocent, they will please. Because the innocent one will see how they are deriving benefit. Oh, these devotees are so nice. They are serving prasad. And how the devotees are serving prasad? The devotees, are they going door to door feeding everybody? They are not going door to door feeding everybody. They are actually feeding Krishna. They are feeding Krishna. Offering prasad to Krishna. Offering bhoga to Krishna. And when the bhoga comes out, how many people can eat it? When Krishna is served, you can't serve just a little bit. You have to serve Krishna big plate. And when the prasad comes out, everybody gets the prasad. A devotee, whatever he gets, he offers to Krishna. And as a result of that, everybody gets fed. So the art of pleasing everyone is watering the root of the tree or serving Krishna. Serve Krishna, everybody will be pleased. Because everybody will derive the benefit of the service to Krishna. And then acyuta-priya-bāndhavāḥ. He is friendly to all the devotees of Achyuta Krishna. So the root point is, the main point is, it is a devotee who alone can be endowed or decorated with these 9 ornaments, with these 5 ornaments. These 5 wonderful qualities. Śāntāḥ, sarva-bhūteshu, sama-dṛśaḥ, śuddhāḥ, sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ. So only a devotee is endowed with these 5 qualities, which actually means only a devotee can go back to Godhead, not anyone else. Lord Shiva is standing there with a trident in his hand, and he is protecting the trespassers. If anyone is trespassing, He hurls his trident. This is how Lord Shiva is guarding the gate of Vaikuntha. Thank you very much. Glory to Sri Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande. Does anybody have any questions?
This mentioned in the scripture that if we surrender to Krishna, then all these qualities will come. So should I endeavor to develop all these qualities separately or simply surrender to Krishna?
Endeavor for developing these qualities and at the same time serve Krishna. Double action. On your part you try to develop and at the same time just serve Krishna, become a devotee of Krishna. Then it will automatically.
Well, here in sarva-bhūtānurañjanāḥ, devotees taking turns. Now we see that even great devotees like Ujjain Maharaj, Prabhupada writes one of the purports that although he had no enemies, but someone became an enemy on his own account.
I just mentioned that those who are devotees of Krishna and those who are innocent, they will be pleased. Those who are offensive to Krishna, they will be pleased. But don't worry about it. Offenders will not be pleased. Rather, they'll find fault. They are finding fault even with Krishna. Shishupal, how he insulted Krishna. But Krishna tolerated. And finally took care of it. Okay, some questions from the internet. Yes,
On previous few verses we are hearing this Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru equally important. So, is there any separate pranam mantra or respect for the Shiksha Gurus?
Om añjasācyuta-padam. I mean, all the pranams are to the spiritual master, are applicable both to Diksha Gurus and Shiksha Gurus. Like Vande Gurun. That means both Shiksha Guru. Vande Guru Shri Charana. Guru. Mehek from Indore BCS. We will have one Mehek here also, who came from Australia. Also, she's from Australia. She lives near Perth, in the western Australia. They're from Sydney. Mehek from Indore BCS. I'm sorry, BS. Dhanyavad Pranam Guru Maharaj. As Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, so there is Vrindavan Krishna and Mathura Krishna. The same is with Lord Balaram. Well, Krishna in Vrindavan is Nandanandan, son of Nanda Maharaj. But Krishna in Mathura is the son of Vasudev Krishna. There is a difference between Vrindavan Krishna and Mathura or Dwarka Krishna. Similarly, Balaram is in Vrindavan, but in Mathura he is Shankarshan. Seema Kedia from Mumbai. Hare Krishna, Seema. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Devotees are in anxiety to serve Krishna that makes them little agitated. It's neither good for devotees themselves, neither is the right example for the outside world. Servants are in anxiety if the service is obstructed. What should be done under such circumstances? Yeah, one should not become unnecessarily agitated. But the thing is, always is good to be in anxiety. Once I told Prabhupada, I was so afraid and I was so much in anxiety. Then Prabhupada said, that's good. When you are serving your spiritual master, you should be afraid and you should be in anxiety. So that is there. The anxiety is there, but one should not become agitated as such. As you say, makes them little agitated. Agitation means becoming perturbed, becoming disturbed. But anxiety is the state of consciousness due to eagerness to serve somebody. Thank you, Srimad. Ankit Bora, United States. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. According to Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 11:8, which says that a person who is seriously desiring to cross the material ocean, seeing a materialist engage in sense gratification, or seeing a woman who is similarly interested is more abominable than drinking poison willingly. Guru Maharaj, how do we act according to this statement by Mahaprabhu, considering that practically everyone in the West is deeply engrossed in such activities and devotees have to deal with such people while going out on book distribution and Harinam? Please enlighten how to understand this statement from the Sankirtan point of view. When Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, the temple is not a place for eating and sleeping, whereas going out means interacting with people who are deeply engaged in sense gratification, and seeing them means drinking poison. So how to understand this dilemma? Well, you see, one consideration that Mahaprabhu is pointing out is, yes, for one's purity, one should be very particular about association, or very particular about avoiding wrong association. That is there. But at the same time, ultimately Mahaprabhu wants us to teach. Mahaprabhu very clearly told us not to aspire for liberation. He rather wanted us to preach. Now, in order to preach, we have to take that risk of associating with wrong kind of people. But then again, what is the meaning of association? Association means being affected or being induced by the other person. Now, deal with them but don't associate with them. Deal with them but don't become affected by them. Like a doctor. Doctor goes to treat a patient and the disease may be very contagious. Now, does the doctor contact the disease? Does the doctor go to treat the patient to contact the contagious disease? No, he takes precaution. He goes there to cure him, not to associate with him. So devotees should not associate with others. Devotees should try to uplift others, cure others by preaching, by giving them Krishna consciousness. But what will be association? And what is the difference between association and cure, treating, preaching? When you associate, then you want to become like him. oh, he has such a beautiful wife, I wish I had a beautiful wife. Then you are in trouble. But if you think, oh, in what a mess he is, now let me try to help him get out of this entanglement. That is the treatment. That is how a devotee should go and preach. He should not become envious of him. Oh, he has a nice big house, I wish I had a big house like that. No. Rather he's thinking, oh, in what a miserable condition he is, what a big attachment he has developed to his beautiful house, and how can I free him from this entanglement? Oh, he has so much money. I wish I had so much money myself. No. Oh, he has so much money, he's such an entanglement, poor guy. So let me help him to become free from this entanglement. That is how you deal with them. Not try to get what they have, but try to give them what they don't have. They have the disease, and you have the cure. So you don't go there, you don't meet with them to contact their disease, but you go there to cure them with the medicine. This is añjasācyuta-Das from Holland. Dandavad Maharaj, why the devotees mainly during the neophyte stage are hated by some common people, although devotees are peaceful. Yeah, devotees are peaceful, but don't some people, those who are demoniac by nature, they'll be agitated by seeing the devotees. And they will try to disturb them. But a devotee should be affected by that. Like for example, a thief gets upset when he sees a policeman. But does the policeman get disturbed that a thief is upset by him? No. So similarly, a devotee should not be affected by how others are treating him. Another question from Mehak from Indore base. Dandavad Pranam Guru Maharaj, when we have to work in a group where devotees and non-devotees are involved, so there sometimes non-devotees criticize the devotee, and as from material moral consideration it may be right, and on such matters non-devotees ask our opinion about the devotee. So what should we do, Guru Maharaj? Kindly dispel my ignorance. Well, be fair. Like if that devotee has some defect, did something wrong, admit that that was not right. Don't just defend him because he is a devotee. So that way people will develop their faith and respect for us. If somebody does something wrong, whether he is a devotee or not, we must admit that was not right. Brahmanda Gaur Das from Mayapur. Hare Krishna Maharaj, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, once we go back, one will not come back to this material world. But then Maharaj, how do we come back? Please explain. You didn't go there to begin with. You may say that you may have been there, but now you are here. So now you try to go back. So once you go back, you will see that you won't feel like coming back. Because that place is so wonderful. And when you realize that how miserable this place is, then why do you want to come back? Romola from Cape Town. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. How can one help a born-again person who believes that Jesus Christ is the only way to be saved, and everyone goes to hell and death? Example, to give them prasad or to just avoid them? Well, you can try to give them prasad, but if they don't want to accept prasad, then avoid them. Actually, these people are so so blind and so closed that they don't want to get into any discussion and find out what is what. Jesus may have been the way in a certain situation, in some country, at certain point in time, but to say that Jesus is the only way, then it won't be right. Rather, you should say bhakti is the only way, and whoever is giving bhakti, that is the way to go back. Devotion is the only way. Not one person who gave devotion and nobody else. Whoever is giving devotion, they all are qualified to become religious teachers. When Jesus was there in Middle East, surrounded by all kinds of sinful people and ignorant, completely engrossed in blind rituals. Yes, in that environment, Jesus was the way. Jesus was the way, no doubt about that. But to say that that is a universal fact, that Jesus is the way, and no other way is there, then it won't be right. In some remote village, somebody goes to teach. So for them he becomes the teacher. But if they claim that he is the only teacher, that will be wrong. If he goes to the university, he will find there are so many teachers and giving knowledge much greater, much higher than what they have. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, this is Shantpur Das, Indore. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj, for your valuable association as I came in Ujjain on Sunday. I and my family became very, very happy. I felt real taste of Krishna consciousness there. Nice devotees, nice kirtan, nice prasadam and deity darshan. This was all amazing. I just want to give hearty thanks to you and all my respected devotees. Thank you so much, Shantapur Prabhu. I have read it out and I have conveyed your heartfelt thanks to all the devotees. So you also respond also. Hare Bhai.